Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, where I'm going to start straight for the back by saying we're going to change this here. We're going to change this. This isn't going to work. If the bad tide comes into this pool here, this isn't going to work. We looked at this last time, we checked it, it's just not going to work in its current iteration. Which is fine, because we can always change it, and we're going to change it. Yes. So, what I'm going to do is stop all of this building inside here. I do not want you building any of this inside here. Now, I don't actually want any of that to be built at all. Goodbye. Yep, it's a lot of planks, a lot of wood, a lot of bits and pieces. Okay, boom, there you go. We don't want that down there. So the reason I want to fill this isn't because it's going to let us get rid of the bad water faster. I don't believe that's how it works. I believe the way the game works is that you take this tile of water right here, and it doesn't care how deep it is. It just goes, okay, this is the height of it, so as I evaporate, go down. Simple as that. And it doesn't care that it's got a little bit of bad water in it or a lot of bad water in it. All it knows is that I've got some bad water, so therefore I will affect all the way from here to the bottom of the map, because it renders all the way to the bottom of the map. We've seen the sheet all the way to the bottom of the map. I will affect every single tile of dirt all the way down there. Now, obviously, you don't see the dirt underground because you don't see the transfer for it, and it does some other calculations if the tile is not on the surface when it comes to the ground level. But it doesn't care about that, so therefore this pump will take out every piece of bad water in this tile, and obviously the tiles do mix with each other, so it's not just this tile here. So if you just had bad water pumps here on the top taking bad water out, it would eventually purify the entire pool. That would work anyway. The reason I want to fill it is because we want to build out over here. What I want to do with this reservoir is have the water come in here, do a U-turn, and come out here and pour down there. And then on the outside here and the outside over here, we will have good water pumps which will come along and dump into here. We will move our beaver pumps into here, and we'll do some more batteries as well, because we're going to want batteries as well here. And I might try and figure out a way to seal this off so that we're not pumping the water out. We're not going to take the water away from the lidos when we pump it out. So we'll see. We might not need to do that because we're going to be pumping all year round anyway. But we'll do that. And then in the centre, we're going to have mechanical pumps pumping bad water out and dumping off the edge of the map. We will still have an exit point for the water anyway, just in case it's too much for the pumps to keep up them. So that's the thing. But that's the idea. That was a fantastic, wonderful suggestion from Don. Thank you very much for that one there. Other people have mentioned about making a U-bend here. Zuigi mentioned as well, doing like an L shape or U-bend. And yeah, I just really like the idea of having the water come along to here, turn around, go back again, and then pumps in the centre, pumping bad water out, cleaning it, and the outside putting good water in. So it will always keep water done nicely. Don also mentions that we could put wind turbines on top as well, which I kind of like the idea as well. We could put the wind turbines up there, we could get rid of these ones down here, put them on top of the reservoir, and then down here have our pumps for pumping water or our actual beavers. So yeah, all we need to do is figure out how to seal these two off from each other, which is not necessarily an easy thing. I don't want to seal it off by putting them here, which would mean moving these gravity batteries. I want to put a seal along there, that edge right there. So then this pool is completely separate to the rest of it, and then like this whole river, which will run all the way down to the end here, is completely separate to all of it. So I think I might do that. I might move some things around. We're going to move some things around up here as well. So yeah, I said I've done this here. I want to fill this with dirt, which comes to another thing as well. There has been an update to the game, because they do that a lot, and you no longer have any terraforming stations. Look, no more terraforming stations. They're gone. They're completely gone. They're all gone. Now it's builders. Builders are the ones that place down terraforming, that place down the terrain block. So might need to build some more builders, which I think I'm going to do first. Actually, let's build some builders. Okay, we can also unpause the game. Now I've destroyed that, we can unpause the game and let it run, because I didn't want them building any more of it. That's why I started the game. Let's put it in the builder's heart here and here. Now 4 on each. Boom, you go and do that. That's fine. And then we will fill in the land underneath here. I'm going to build this pump here because I think that will be okay. The biggest issue is getting down into this pool to actually build it. There. You will also notice I destroyed the edges here. I destroyed the edges here. We've had this with Badwater in it. I messed up and I put loads of Badwater into here, which was a really dumb thing to do, and it didn't work very well at all. So I need to flush it out. So I built these, I sealed this off here, and I forced all the water to come down here and out here. It poured into the edges here, so I blew the edges out so that we could let all the water pour out of here. It was also pouring down here as well, doing things. So yeah, so this just allowed us to pour the water out into here, and we've cleaned it. We've cleaned all the water's been cleaned through. So yeah. So let's put in the terrain blocks. I don't have a clue. Did you push that all to there? I think you did. You pushed it all to there. Okay, can we push that further? Don't want to build these, obviously. There we go. Awesome. Right, so let's remove all of that. And that. Oh, there you go. Now beavers can come here because they can pick up for some bizarre reason. I guess they've got like ropes and things that they grab. So that's lovely. So we pushed that all the way over to there. Lovely little trick you can do. Push it all the way over to there, and that's fine. So let's build this here. Have a see as to what. Oh, I missed one. Some other comments. Some other comments with it. Again, thank you. So many comments. I love it. Thank you. Alcazar. I'm going to say Alcazar. I don't think that's the correct pronunciation. I hope you're okay with that. But you said about putting the pumps in here. Yes, yeah. That was the original plan, was to put the pumps in here because I thought that the bad tide would go away if this was full, but of course it's going to mix and cause all sorts of problems and things, so that's not going to work for us doing it that way, so hence why we've done the change. So we don't have to worry about that now. We're going to put the pumps down here on this one, so it won't be so bad. Ooh. So is you talking about the way the water renders? I don't think the way the water rendering system works is that it doesn't really know where a body of water starts and stops when it's height-wise. I think that'll do. We'll go one lower than the actual pumps. I think that'll be fine. The way the water renders is just a sheet, and it comes up to the correct height and goes down again. So if you had an aqueduct, we said last time, it would cause the sheet to rise up and it would look like everything's flooding when it's not. You're talking about changing the way it changes the height system, so you'd have to have like a bottom of the sheet or multiple sheets to do things. It's probably something doable, but not something they're ever going to do until they actually come to working on aqueducts. I would be interested to see if a mod could allow levees to be put on top of platforms, so that we could do this. Just allow that to find out whether it works, to find out whether you can actually build aqueducts and the game does render it correctly. Not render it, the game does use it correctly. So water would be flown on an aqueduct, but it would look terrible. It would look like you go on under the map here, see this big sheet here, it would look like that. You'd have the aqueduct coming out and it would look like it's flooding underneath it, but it's not. However, with the way the game's moisture's worked, the aqueduct above would cause the ground below to all become moist and irrigated. So yeah, that's I'm not sure about that. I would just like to see a mod do that. If anyone knows of a mod that would allow me to put levees on top of platforms, just so we can test it out and have some fun with it and see what it does, I don't know, it'd be interesting to try. So yeah. Also, as we were going about this here, I was saying about the power lines, that we'd have to do weird things to try and get the power lines underneath and not. There's ways to do it. We could do it. I'm not going to do it. This is it here. You're going to have to get used to power lines being above the ground, because I like them. They look mechanical. They look as if they're doing something. You know, we have the giant power lines running across doing the thing. So yeah, we have that there, and yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It works. I like it. I like the aesthetic of seeing it. Some people don't like the aesthetic of seeing it. I apologise if you don't like it, but I do. So that's where we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it that way there. So Also, Luigi mentioned about the dumps here, that we should probably pause the dumps during droughts and things, to save. We don't need to, we've got loads of beavers. I think you probably mix it up with the other, the auntie playthrough, for that comment. Maybe not, I don't know, but yeah, I should on the auntie as well turn the pumps off in that one, because we're playing much harder than I did. However, I think what I should do here is I should make this 3x3, or 3 wide all the way down, because I've got 3 pumps kind of keeping up and doing it okay, but not really enough. The reason I'm holding off for that is because we want to change this whole map up here and lower it down and do things and change stuff, and then figure out exactly where we want the canals to be along here. So just kind of holding off on that. Maybe we could try and figure out where we should have the canals going and kind of make them up now, because we know that the river is eventually going to come along here. This is going to be the edge of the river right here. It's going to go straight along here, all the way along here, and the other side's going to go along there, and this is going to become the river. And then off the edge of this is where we put the canals. So we could figure out, calculate from the edge. So 16 tiles from the edge, that'd be the first 3. Another 32 tiles between that, that'd be the next 3. Yeah. The update as well that we just had did change the way Badwater affects moisture now. Before it used to affect it like used to get irrigated and bad water at the same time. Now that's not the case. Now it is just why is you not building that down the bottom there? Yeah, I'm surprised you're not building this one down here. I would have thought you'd have come up here and throw it down, but anyway, yeah, they now the way it works is that the bad water, as it mixes 50% with the good water, it will just reduce irrigation levels, and then once it gets down to 50%, the bad water levels start rising. So instead of it being like well, actually, right now, well, we've got this here because this is good water and this is bad water. But what will happen if it's changing from good water to bad water? It will just start shrinking down the irrigation and then raise this up, which means a little bit of bad water won't kill your crops on the coast anymore. It will just reduce the irrigation level, and then if the bad water goes by because you just let some into your system, because I like that change. It changes a good one. It's nice. The other change is obviously the terraforming station is gone, so now we have just builders that can do terraforming, which is awesome. The temple has been renamed the Agora, and the shrine has been renamed to the Contemplation Spot, which makes sense because Beaver religion is Beaver religion, so it's his own thing. So yeah. This here, I was going to do something here last time, and I completely messed up and didn't do it. So, let me show you what I was going to do here last time. So let's get a farm in. And what you want to look at is the distance the farm can travel. It's not going to do it here because of a discovery that I made in another... I was doing another testing video which didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so it's not going to be shown. But what I have discovered is platforms. Luigi mentioned in a comment a few episodes ago that platforms, if you put a farm on with a door on its platform, it gets less of a range compared to a farm on a ground tile. Now that's just true, full stop. If you were to have a large flat map and you put down a farm, you see like it has a very square looking process. It's not quite square. You see it's got this little kink at the back over here. That's to do with the way the door works. It renders from the door and figures out how many tiles out it can go. The beavers have to walk around the farm to get to that back corner, to get up here. So that's why it's not, it doesn't reach as far that way around. However, if you put a row of platforms in here, just right over here, and then put a farm down there, the platforms lower the farm's distance by 1. And I for the life of me couldn't figure out why. And I don't understand why beavers walking across a platform. So these farms are being gimped a little bit here because, well, they've got to walk around this anyway, so that's a bit of a problem there. But because if they have to walk along this platform here, this platform for a farmer counts as 2 tiles instead of 1. I don't know why that's a thing. It just is. It's an actual. It just is. So yeah, that's just a thing that just surprised the life out of me when I saw it. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was. But it does. Platforms do that. So putting the lines in like we want to, the canals in like we want to, and having the putting the canals in and having the platform over the top of them means you've got to technically put a few more farms in. Not a problem, because if we do 3 wide channels, you can put farms on top of them anyway. But it's just that it will reduce the range which the farms can go, particularly if they're walking like in it's. I think you can see it. I think you can see what's happening. Very very briefly, I think what happens is, yeah, I think on solid land, beavers can walk diagonally. See, sometimes they walk diagonally, whereas on the platform they seem to walk in a straight line. So they'll be walking from here, they go to that tile, to that tile, to that tile, then they go to this tile, then they go to that tile because it's diagonal. But they won't walk diagonally to that one and then to that one. Then they walk to that one diagonally off of it, because when they're walking onto a platform it must be straight. So that's what I think is causing the problem. Maybe the pathing system only allows straight connections onto a platform. And I did test it with the ones where I tested didn't have any paths on, so it wasn't that. So I think maybe it's that they have to walk straight onto a platform, whereas when they're walking on solid ground, they can walk diagonally. So that's probably why the range seems changed there, and that would explain why if you put the door on the end of a platform, they come out, they can't walk from here to there. They've got to walk to this platform now along to do it. So yeah, I think that's probably the reason that you were seeing that region, and that's an interesting thing that I've discovered that I didn't know. It was very interesting just to see that platforms, a row of platforms, reduces the range of a farm. So yeah, you'll see it yourself. If you ever make a giant flat map, blow up a channel, fill it with platforms, try to put a farm on one side, and you will see the different. You'll see it. You'll see how it looks. Right. So I've seen where I've messed up with this. I was like, why are they not building this one here? It's because they have to put one behind it and go forward. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. So we need to come into here and build from this side out. So I need to. I'm just going to platform over for the moment. There and there. Then we're going to staircase down. And staircase down. Oh, I missed some there. Okay. Missed a lot there. Wow. Okay. Anything else missing? Nope, everything looks good there. Right, okay. So we're going to do that. We'll get them to that will let them start filling this up here. I can then platform bridge down, or I might just blow this up all the way to the center. I might just do that. I might just blow this up all the way to the center. Not gonna work. Actually, you know what? Don't. Is about 3D. Oh, huh? What the? What happened there? What happened there? oh, they built the. So they got in, so they can build this now. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they're building the corner pieces. That's fine. So don't actually build that side. Don't worry about that. Don't build that. Okay. Yeah. But just do this side, and we'll just come in from this side and get as low down as we can. So yeah. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to build this. We'll get this done here. I'm going to basically the idea is going to be that we have. Let me turn the wall back on. We have the pool come down here. I'm going to get rid of that one and probably have like a 4 or 5 wide. Got there. I think 5 wide because we know 5 can deal with all the water. So we'll have 5 wide there. We'll come across and it will come back along down here and then it'll put it here. So it's going to be like 10 wide. A 5 wide gap, we're going to have a 2 wide or maybe 3 wide gap, and then another 10 wide reservoir. Well, don't need 10, but I want to put 10 in because I can. And then we're going to have a channel on this side for water to come out, which means we're going to have to blow this back all the way to the edge, which I kind of wanted to do anyway. And then this side will have good water, and then this side, the centre, will have 2 lots of pumps on either side pumping good water out this way. So, yeah. And I might just dynamite this out, be done with it. I might just dynamite it out, be done with it, just to save time and effort and everything. So because it only technically needs that. That's what it needs, technically. And it's at the right level, because that's where we want to go. So, yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to do that. I will do that off camera and change this, because it's going to take a long time to do. I might show the explosions. I might record the explosions. Everyone likes explosions. We'll start the next episode with explosions, probably, and that'll be fine. But, yeah, okay. So we're going to leave this one here. We will come back next time. We will carry on from there. Everything will be awesome and wonderful and fantastic. And, yeah, much rejoicing can be made. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, I need to fill this pool as well. It will also help with clearing the bad water out, the good water out. Yes. Have fun.